Well, hello there, it's Darren here. I'm in the shed talking about me liquid fertilisers and me compost that I make again. You know, it's coming to that time of year where everything's starting to die back, and it's an ideal opportunity to make your own fertilisers, liquid. Obviously the liquid ones you need a bit more heat, but you know, it's still warm, and you know, things can just steadily just rot over winter time. Entirely up to you what you want to do. So we'll talk about what I've got. So in here, tomatoes. When I cut all the tomatoes back, I shoved all that in there. It's cloudy. I'm not going to go over there. That was the nettle one. They all went in there. It's settled down now, but if I whisk that back up again, it'll be a lovely green colour. This one's just normal water. This one, which I love, is the fact I just shoved everything in here. It's teeming with life. These little flies and all that, teeming in here with like stuff. I don't know what's in here, worms, insects, as you can see. What I love about that is the fact that I put in here, it's slowly rotted down. It's going to rot down. All the goodness from all the plants is going to go into here, and obviously it's feeding all the insects, which I do love as well. Give and take, isn't it, really? Over here, it's one I bought years ago. That's soils went in there, crops went in there, chicken poop. Whenever I clean out, sometimes I just chuck it in there. It smells a little bit sometimes. It settled down. It was quite green when it was quite warm, but yeah, I like that. You have to make your own liquid fertilizers. Nettles for nitrogen, comfrey, which is over there, for potassium, nitrogen, loads of different plants. I always think that you need to chuck everything into water, chuck it in the soil, let it rot down, reuse it, use what nature gives you. You know, it rots down in nature. It nurtures all the plants out there. It gives them all the stuff they need. You know, you just do it. Obviously it looks like slop, but you know, that's one of them things. Then we're talking about composts. So if anybody's seen me compost, which I do love me compost, I haven't basically bought any compost for 3 to 4 years. I had a massive pile. I got this box given this year, so I sieved it all to the brim, sieved it into here, as you can see. Obviously I had ants in there, and that's lovely soil. Like I says, it sticks together. I always say if you've got good compost, when you can just do that and it clumps together like that, not sticky, and you can just touch it and it just crumbles away. So the roots have got something to get through. They haven't got clotty horrible soil to go through. I think I saved that in a 10 mil hole, I think it was. There's still lumps in there, so there's still goodness for the plants. I've let that settle down. It was to the brim, so it settled down quite a bit. And here was all sieved soil. I've just done my potatoes there. As you can see, look how lush that soil is. Look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's old compost, which will get reused, put in here. A lot of old, quite a few old compost buckets I've got now, which I've reused from last year. So I've got all the potatoes, all these. When I've dug the ground, I've filled these up with the soil, and it's been replaced with sieved chicken coop poop for the plants. So I've got all that, all the foliage for loads of stuff will be going in there. Rhubarb, the whole lot, whatever I cut back goes in there. I learned that from my dad. Don't waste anything, just put it on a pile, let it rot down, you've got compost. I cannot ever remember my dad ever getting any compost, ever. He used to just make his own. And controversially, I've got tomatoes here, which I think's got blight, and it's in my compost. Now, I did see a few people on Facebook talking about it, and you had people saying, yes, put in your compost, it's okay, and obviously you had the opposite side, which everybody's got their own opinion on it. No, you can't do that because you need a hotbed which kills the blight, blah blah blah, which I understand there's two opinions. My opinion is chuck it all on. My dad used to get blight all them years, you know, bear in mind I'm talking from the 70s up until he died, 1986. He was doing the odd bit of gardening, and he used to just put it on, and the year after, you know, it never affected the plants. You compost, and he used it, it didn't. Bear in mind, blight is an airborne fungus. It doesn't grow in soil, it's airborne. That's the reason why a lot of raw people, because of all the rain, the cold, the wet, the humid, it's been the perfect conditions for it. And you know, sadly a lot of people have lost the plants, as you can see. I think it's blight. I've been told of people that it isn't, but I'm getting on. But I'll just show you now anyway. I am getting bits on the tomatoes plants. I am cutting bits off, but there's one here that I can see that it's starting to get affected. As you can see right there at the bottom, it's there as well. Just the odd bits like there as well. I'm cutting them off. I'm trying to get these tomatoes as much as I can. I have to quite a bit. I don't want to start taking green tomatoes. There's a few that I've seen in here that's got, you know, stems like that. So, you know, obviously people will tell you to put them in bags, burn them. Obviously don't put them anywhere near, you know, your neighbours. You don't want to like start spreading it around a bit. But that'll all be going into my compost. Everything. The old chili plants, everything just goes in. It really does. You know, come next year, as we all know, or if you don't know, they might be getting rid of peat-based compost, so it's non-peat-based compost, and a lot of people this year have been complaining, saying that it's not the same, which you're probably right, it isn't the same. But I'm quite lucky with the fact that, you know, I've got the chickens, so I get a lot of poop out of there, goes in there. I'll put in a certain spot, it lies there for a year. I start another side which has been there for over a year, dig that out, sieve it. I was going to do a bit more, then obviously the rains come, so it went like a bog. I put plants in there, I shove everything in there. That's like another way of making my own compost. It's fantastic. My plants really appreciate this. That was a game changer for me. If you've got that, if you've got a neighbour, a plot holder who can give you some, leave it to rot. Obviously I've got no hay and all that. It's just basically I put wood chip in the coop, or shredded paper. That all just gets chucked out here. The chickens scatter around. Fantastic. Also I do no dig, USA style, which technically technically it is no dig, but obviously the no dig in England is cardboard and compost, and a lot of people can afford that. But wood chip, and the wood chip turns to humus. I just said it again, didn't it? Humus, if anybody's watching that knows us. So you're basically creating your own peat. It just rots down like that. Fantastic. So that helps all the plants. Like I says, collecting all the soil that you dig up and keeping that. You know, I sieved all this year and it was fantastic. It was just instant, just going in there, getting another bucket, sowing more seeds. Fantastic. And this has all got lumps in and old branches and clay, and that'll all just get chucked in again. You may think, well, you've just sieved it, you wasted. No, I want to mix it all in, so I'm mixing the old with the new, and I'm just putting more plants, which will add even more goodness to the compost pile. It's what I do, you know. Like I say, three or 4 years I haven't bought any compost, and the cost of compost, and you know, it just goes on and on. The amount of people I see coming in here with just bags and bags and bags and bags. I haven't done it. It's so much easier for me. You need to go down that route when things happen where you can't get what you want. You have to start making your own. Start with a little bucket, a little pile. It's easy. That's how I started, a little pile, and then I started sieving that and adding more on, and people giving us when they dug up lawns, giving us that and flipping that over, and just, you know, like I said, I learned from my dad, chuck it all on, try, you know, like I say, this is my opinion, it's not, you know, it might not be your opinion, you might not agree, and I understand that. That's what life is, and you know, everything's up for debate, you know, but yeah, I'm doing this. Like I say, this is my choice. If it affects my plants next year, of course I'm going to tell you on and say, listen, I made a mistake. But I've done it before, where I've put stuff in here which has had blight. When I thought it was, chucked it in, used the Saturday after, never affected it. Anyway, it's bye from me. I hope you do start doing composting and make your own liquid fertilisers. It is an easy thing. Obviously it takes time. Probably take me a good couple of years before really I was getting going for compost. But yeah, try it please. It's all going to change next year. See you later, bye.